Picture this. You convinced your friend to try Warhammer for the first time, on the one condition that no one wants to spend more than $30 on a box. You look around the store, hoping to find something, but there's nothing, until you see this. The Recruiter Starter box that GW released. It's within budget for everyone if you all split it, and it comes with everything you need to get started.
That scenario might not happen exactly for you, but it is a problem that I had myself, and I feel like other people in this community have had. That we want to have new people join and play with us, our friends and all that, but they get scared away by the price point. This is an expensive hobby to get into. I've finally got them to try it by just using this box here. We had a lot of fun while doing it, and I want to go through and break down the price of everything inside the box separately, show you what the missions are inside it, and then how we played at the end of it. My name is Chase, and this is Swampcraft. So this applies to the inductionary boxes that Warhammer sells. I bought the one with Lieutenant Titus in it from Space Marine 2, but this will also apply to the regular one as well. And because I just mentioned him, I'm going to go off and list the price points here. I'll actually move over to the screen and I'll have everything listed up there.
So like I said before, the main difference between these two boxes is that Lieutenant Titus comes in the Recruiter Edition, and the other one I believe comes with 5 Infernus Marines. But we're going to focus on this new box that GW came out with. And because I just mentioned him, I will start with Lieutenant Titus. At the moment of recording, he was around $35 at GW. I don't know if he's still being made. If he's not, I saw him on eBay for going to as close as $60, probably more by now. The other models that come in this box is 11 Tyranid models. You get 10 Termagants and 1 Ripper Swarm. That will run you about $45 a box. It also comes with 5 paint pots, being about $8 each, and a starter brush for about $6, a pair of clippers for about $13. It also comes with a battle map, a ruler, 5 dice, some tokens, and a small rulebook. If you were to buy the rulebook separately, that means the 2 codex for Space Marines and Tyranids, and the proper rulebook, that would be about $60 each, bringing our whole total roughly to about $304. Just want to pause the video real quick. This is Editing Chase. I was wrong in my first calculations. It's not $304, it's $319. And I'm wrong on the savings. It's not $239, it is $254, which is a lot of money if you're just getting into this hobby. The Recruiter box, when I bought it, is $65. That's a lot easier to split between you and a friend than $304. It's a savings of roughly $239. With that extra money you're saving, I would get a can of primer for about $20 to $24 and a hobby knife, which could be another $13. But if you're just starting out, it's okay to get the cheaper option.
And that's a lot of stuff to come into a box just this size. You get 12 models in total. Maybe more if you go for the other one. Now, the next thing that I want to go over is the rule book. It's a very small, thin rule book, which this was like a breath of fresh air for me. I've been playing for a while now, and I'm still learning all the rules. I still don't understand all the abilities. It was a breath of fresh air to have it explained to me in more simple terms. This cuts a lot of the meat potatoes out of it and just leaves you with the bare bones. That has 6 sections in it: a introductory section, a how to build and paint section, a lore section, where to get going next if you continue to play in Warhammer, and a mission section.
For just a brief summary of the lore section, it breaks down what Space Marines are and how their equipment is handled. It also breaks down who the Ultramarines are and how they're all broken up into chapters. It also breaks down who Lieutenant Titus is, and also gives a little bit of a snippet of how you might want to play these guys going in the future. For the Tyranid section of the lore, it does the same, breaking down what the Tyranids are, why they're here in the galaxy, and what Hive Fleet the Imperium is currently fighting. And just like with the Space Marines, it breaks down how you might want to play these guys in the future. I do just want to take a quick second to appreciate the art in this book for both the Space Marines and the Tyranids. I am very much a fan of both pieces of art shown in here. It's hard for myself to decide which one I like more, so I'm going to be biased and say I like both. The mission section of the book does really well in teaching you how to play. It goes step by step on teaching you how movement and shooting and charging works. It even breaks down on all the dice saves that you need to do and how the attacks work for it. And once you're done with the training scenarios, you can move on to the two main missions in the book. You got Objective Secured and Hold the Line. Personally, out of the two, I prefer Hold the Line. The first one teaches you how capturing objective works and gives you special abilities for when you do that. And the second mission, again, teaches you how to capture points and all that, but also starts to teach you how command points work and how to use them properly. Both these missions have interesting things that I'm probably going to use personally for my games, either if I ever play a Tyranid army or if I play some sort of Horde army using some of these mechanics. But these are just some fun missions to mess around with and teach you how to play the game.
With all that being said, it boils down to this. Are you and your friends going to have fun playing this game? Because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. My friends were skeptical at first because of the price point and this being a expensive hobby. So when I showed up with this box and just being like, hey, let's try this. We can just build and don't have to do anything else. Slowly, I could see them start to understand why I enjoy this game. We were just sitting around the table, chatting, having fun, and building all the models together. Some of them enjoyed building the models a bit more, and some of them enjoyed the battle aspect of the game. But at the end of the day, we all had fun. We all enjoyed it our own way. And that's all you really can do. I hope this video helped in some way. If it did, let me know. If there's any parts you enjoyed that you didn't enjoy, I'd also appreciate that feedback as well. But most importantly, I want you to go out there and I want you to make something awesome. I know you will.